Lille's Canadian star Jonathan David has been on fire this season, banging in goals and lighting up Ligue 1, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's Arsenal future looking very uncertain. Let's find out what the agent of Jonathan David has said today. Also, what has Nketiah said about hat-trick hero Eddie Nketiah's Arsenal future, and what team have Arsenal drawn in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Patino and welcome back to your boy's channel. As per, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to your boy's channel if you guys are new, and help your boy on his road to 70,000 subscribers. We're getting into the Arsenal news and starting off with Arsenal's striker situation. When it comes to Arsenal and that centre forward position, there is a lot of uncertainty going into the future, because of course in terms of who has been our go-to, Aubameyang, stripped of the Arsenal captaincy, left out of Arsenal matchday squads, and also now training all alone. Chris Wheatley is reporting that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is assessing his options ahead of the January transfer window. The former Arsenal captain is still training away from the first team as Arteta looks to avoid a repeat of the Ozil situation, with European clubs monitoring closely. So Mr. Chris Wheatley has confirmed there and there that Aubameyang is now openly assessing options away from Arsenal Football Club. And as Chris has also pointed out, European clubs are also monitoring, and in terms of those clubs, BBC Sport are reporting that Juventus are interested in Arsenal's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Juve are looking to take the 32-year-old on loan with the view to signing him permanently in June. And you know what, in many ways this does make a lot of sense, because of course, having let go of their main goal scorer Cristiano Ronaldo back in the summer, Juve need a brand new goal scorer. But to ask you guys right now watching this video the question, would you guys be open to letting Aubameyang go on a potential loan transfer? This video has been kindly sponsored by the guys at Surfshark. Surfshark is a virtual private network which can either be downloaded as an app or installed as a browser extension. Now the magic behind it is it allows you to change your browsing location to anywhere in the world. Let's say you wanted to watch one of the old Spider-Man movies, seeing as the brand new one's up, but you can't access them in your country's Netflix. But with the use of Surfshark, you can change your location to the UK, and boom, just like that, you can watch at your own comfort. Surfshark is also great when it comes to keeping your very important information safe. Let's say you wanted to use a public Wi-Fi at a place like a cafe. It would be very easy for someone to access and steal your information, but not when Surfshark is around, who essentially acts like a middleman bouncer, ensuring your information is kept safe. So the guys at Surfshark are hooking you guys up where when you use the code BAVS, you get 83% off and an extra 4 months free. Surfshark also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk whatsoever. So hit the link down below in the description, use the code BAVS, and enjoy the wonderful powers of Surfshark. In terms of Arsenal, according to James Ollie of ESPN, they are willing to listen to offers for Aubameyang in January. Sources claim the situation is not beyond repair, but the club are ready to sound out interest from Europe's top clubs to gauge whether a deal that suits all parties is possible. And that for me kind of confirms that Arsenal are looking to offload Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Potentially, dare I say, he might have already played his final Arsenal game. And even the Arsenal manager Nketiah has confirmed they have not changed position on Aubameyang, saying we want to continue on the same way as we decided. For tonight's game, again, he's not selected. Game after game is going by and Aubameyang is not even a part of the Arsenal matchday squad. But in terms of any January transfer, where it becomes a bit more difficult is the fact that he's going to the African Cup of Nations. And so if the likes of Juventus or Barca or Cole want to sign Aubameyang, with it being at AFCON and fully focused on his country, any sort of transfer becomes very difficult, especially when you have a player on such high wages. Right now there are so many questions about Aubameyang and his Arsenal future, and as the days pass by, it's looking more and more likely that he will leave Arsenal Football Club in the upcoming transfer window. But let's just say Arsenal were to sell Aubameyang, they would need a replacement. And only a few days ago, your boys were discussing reports out of France claiming that Arsenal were actively looking to sign Jonathan David out of Lille. And today we have some very interesting quotes from Jonathan David's agent, who says, "For us, the goal is to finish the season at Lille, but it will be his last season there. I think the Premier League is a good option for him. He likes Spain a lot also. Those two leagues are big priorities for him, but nothing is excluded." So essentially speaking, Jonathan David's agent has confirmed that Jonathan David is going to leave Lille, but the fact that he's openly put him into the shop window and also pointed to the Premier League. In terms of Arsenal, if they do have indeed interest in this player, this transfer looks very plausible. Now of course, in terms of the Canadian, 21 years of age, in Ligue 1 for Lille, has been on fire this year, scoring 12 goals in just 15 starts. And let's not forget, David is also a player that Arsenal have actively looked at prior to him signing for Lille. But is Jonathan David a player that you guys want to see Arsenal sign? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But in terms of Arsenal right now, we are essentially Strikers FC. And in terms of this channel, we love our stats. Let's go through striker by striker striker and see how they compare in terms of the stats. And starting off with Real Sociedad's Alexander Isak, who as you guys can see doesn't really excel in terms of expected goals or overall goals scored, but is a monster when it comes to take-ons attempted. And in terms of Brentford's Ivan Toney, again isn't really a prolific goal scorer or doesn't take as many shots, but in terms of aerial duels won and also expected assists, this guy is a demon. Of course, in terms of Jonathan David himself, really excels in terms of expected goals and non-penalty expected goals, and also looks like a very decent creator as well. And finally, in terms of Fiorentina's Dusan Vlahovic, he looks like a proper striker here, high-end shots, great expected assists, also great expected goals, and overall looks like a very complete centre forward. All are players that have been linked to Arsenal over the past few weeks, so now that you guys have seen their stats one by one with your own eyes, out of Alexander Isak, Ivan Toney, Jonathan David and Dusan Vlahovic, which centre forward out of those players would you like to see Arsenal sign? Or is there some other player that you guys have in mind, and if so, let me know who that Don is down below in the comments. Okay, let's move on and let's talk Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Of course, Arsenal did beat Sunderland 5-1 in their last game in the Carabao Cup, a hat-trick from Eddie Nketiah, a goal from Nicolas Pepe, and also a debut beautiful goal from young Charlie Patino. And with the Arsenal have progressed to the semi-finals, and as Arsenal have confirmed, the draw for the semi-final of the Carabao Cup has been made, and we will be playing at home against Liverpool. This is going to be very interesting, but with them fighting for a Premier League title, of course that's their priority. So how strong is Jurgen Klopp going to go? And secondly, in terms of the main go-to attackers Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, with them both going to the African Cup of Nations, and this semi-final being during that period of time, Liverpool are going to be without their main attackers. Needless to say, this is going to be a very interesting game, a chance to get in the final and potentially play Chelsea or Tottenham. But can Arsenal find a way to get to Wembley and the Carabao Cup final? But of course, in terms of Arsenal, we do have the Carabao Cup Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm talking Eddie Nketiah. His record in the Carabao Cup now stands in 8 goals and 7 appearances for Arsenal, 2 goals in 2 appearances for Leeds United on his loan, and 10 goals in 9 appearances in total. So Edward Nketiah loves a goal in the Carabao Cup. But of course, in terms of his Arsenal future, with his contract expiring at the end of the season, there is a lot of uncertainty. But in terms of Mikel Arteta after the game, he says what he does every day in training, put the ball in the net. That's what I want to convince him to stay. His only thing is that he wants more minutes, and that is his slider. As a club and me personally, I really want him to stay. Time and time again, Arteta has made his desire very clear. Whatever fans might think of Nketiah in terms of the Arsenal manager, he clearly rates him very highly. But at 22 years of age, I can understand Nketiah's desire to play more first team minutes. And at Arsenal will want to sign a brand new centre forward. We also have the likes of Lauren Balogun and potentially Gabriel Martinelli as a centre forward. I'm going to throw it to you guys to answer down below in the comments. What do you guys make of the future of Eddie Nketiah? And if it came down to you, would you give him a brand new Arsenal contract? But even after Nketiah's hat-trick, it was a certain young Charlie Patino that stole the show, with Charlie Patino becoming the first Arsenal Academy product to score on his debut for the club since Sanchez Watt versus West Brom in 2009. Over the past few months, a lot of Arsenal fans have wanted to see Charlie Patino get his chance, because at 18 years of age, this guy is rated so highly, and this guy's always been ahead in his age groups. Here's a stat for you guys. I believe he captained the England under-16s at 14 years of age. So to see him come off the bench for Arsenal, make his debut and also score a goal, there is just something very special about this kid that is Charlie Patino. And of course, in terms of Arsenal, they paid Luton Town £10,000 compensation to sign him at 11 years of age back in 2015. And it seems like the Arsenal scouts have hit jackpot again. He'll end once again another Amazon Prime delivery. And in terms of Arteta, when asked on whether Patino could get more minutes when Partey and Oneni are at AFCON, he says if we need him, we will use him, but we will have to throw him in when he is ready. Patino is still so young, 18 years of age, and even in terms of physically, he doesn't really look developed. So to throw him into the Premier League, as talented as he is, it's a very physical league that is really unforgiving. So you know what, I can understand Mikel Arteta's desire to protect Charlie Patino. But what did you guys make of the Arsenal youngster scoring on his debut? Let me know your own thoughts down below on the future that is Charlie Patino. Okay, let's move on to the other Arsenal news today. And starting off with Arsenal's Ghanaian excellence in midfield, I am talking Thomas Partey, who of course is set to go with Ghana to AFCON in only a few weeks, meaning he's obviously going to be unavailable. But CBS Sports are reporting today that Arsenal are in talks with the Ghanaian Football Federation to discuss the possibility of allowing Thomas Partey to join later than expected 27th December date, as Arsenal wants him available for the game against Wolves on the 28th. Arsenal have a lot of games upcoming over a very short period of time, and Thomas Partey is an integral part of Arsenal's midfield. But even if Arsenal are able to get this over the line, Partey is still going to AFCON, and he is going to miss a very few important games. But in Thomas Partey's absence, it gives another Arsenal midfielder a real big opportunity. And who's going to be the partner to Granit Xhaka? Is it Sambi Lokonga? Is it Maitland-Niles, or is it someone else? Let's have a discussion down below in the comments. According to the Telegraph, Watford are looking at Sead Kolasinac to bolster the central defence. The fullback has played more games for Bosnia than Arsenal this season, and his contract expires in the summer. This transfer does make a lot of sense, but there is of course one issue. Kolasinac is on massive Arsenal wages, and that is actually the reason why he's still at Arsenal in the first place, as no team can afford or is stupid enough to pay those high wages. But in terms of Arsenal, I do believe they will look to actively push the player out in the next transfer window. Here's a stat for you guys: most through balls in Europe's top 5 leagues this season, Martin Odegaard ranks behind only Manu Seguros and Bruno Fernandes. This is a player that wasn't even a starter until recently, and now Martin Odegaard is cooking up those stats, and he is proven to all his doubters that he is here to take over. The only question now to Martin Odegaard is, can you keep this form over a consistent period of time? And here's another stat according to Opta: since the closure of the summer transfer window, only Man City with 38 and Liverpool with 34 have won more Premier League points than Arsenal with 32. Now in the grand scheme of things, of course, these stats don't really mean much, but in terms of Arsenal, it backs up their point they were making at the start of the year, where Arsenal's technical director Edu Gaspar gave an exclusive interview where he called for Arsenal fans to be patient and to give Mikel Arteta time with his brand new signings. And as you guys can see, since Arteta has got those players back, Arsenal have been cooking in the Premier League. But once again, just like with Martin Odegaard, this is all now down to consistency. But make no mistake, if Arsenal can sustain this high level form, we are going to make a very good case for ourselves when it comes to the Champions League places. But in terms of Arsenal's next 6 fixtures: Norwich away, Wolves at home, Man City at home, Liverpool at home in the Carabao Cup, Forest away and Liverpool away. Now Norwich away is a game that I expect Arsenal to win, but it's the games after that in Wolves and Man City that really are going to be a test. And talking about Wolves, their game against Watford on Boxing Day has been called off, which is not good news for Arsenal, who face Wolves on December the 28th, just 48 hours after the Norwich game, with Wolves having last played on December the 19th. So essentially speaking, in a time where fixtures are so congested and Arsenal having to play under 48 hours, we will be up against a Wolves team that will have an entire week off. Let's just say, in terms of Arteta and his squad management, this is going to be a proper test. What do you guys make of Arsenal's next 3 games: Norwich, Wolves and Man City? And out of 9 points, how many points do you guys think Arsenal are gonna get? But that is the video there. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the boys channel if you guys are new. If you would like to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news today. The January transfer window is soon approaching, and Arsenal might just want to sign a brand new centre forward. But until then, my friends, I will see you guys later in a bit.